We are live. Kick it off the same motherfucking way, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Mm. That's right, you fucking degenerates. I don't care if you're a fucking Web 2, Web 3. We're talking stock markets, profits, losses, how to make wins, how to fucking lose it all. We're going to fucking play.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, it turns out fucking Brittany's take on the psychedelic stock was the only thing that was up this week. Now I'm still down almost 50%, but it was the only one that was up this week. It looks like people need their psychedelic medicine. You know what? I'm going to share this stream all into all the groups. You should too. There's a lot of drama going on all over the world, and people need happiness. So you want to bring that happiness to them. You want to let them know that there are other things going on in the world outside of D-Rama. And so now we're going to send this all about in and out. Here we go. If I'm in your group chat and I'm shilling it and you don't like it, the best thing that you can possibly do is kick me out of your group chat. 100% always kick me out of your group chat. If you don't like, because I'm going to keep doing it. I can promise you that. I'm never not going to shill our spaces inside of your inside of your group chat. Now, I do want to point out that we just had our first live stream of a live stream last week on Wednesday. We went fucking full Robin Hood mode.
Liveception.
Yeah, dude. It was pretty fucking rad. It was pretty fucking rad. We got to learn about some new products. Oh, and that's another thing I want to talk about too, is a high yield savings account. You know, I've always told you guys that one of my dreams is to pay off, or I apologize, pay up my bills, 6 months, 8 months in advance. And you guys like, that's a horrible idea. Don't fucking do that. Don't put your money on the bills like that. Put that shit into a high interest. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I just feel so much safer. But then when I started learning about like the 72 rule, the fact that you take the percent, you divide that by 72, it tells you how long it's going to double. It's kind of like, well, wait, maybe we look at that a little bit more. Even if I'd rather earn $40 in interest than fucking lose $100 in cash because of inflation or something like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, Laura. I love that you're changing. You're seeing the light. Like things are happening here. This year is your year, Laura. I'm sure of it.
So there's a couple things that even brings me to, where it's like, one, Warren Buffett has an insane amount of cash. It's like a ridiculous amount, and he's actually been raising cash since like last July, when he sold some of his Apple stock, and he's just been dumping stuff. And right now he's actually has a great return on the year as well. So he's doing well. He's beating the market. He's definitely beating all these tech companies that are underwater right now. And but the reason people don't jump into cash is because they think that if they risk a little bit more, they can make a little bit more than what the high yield savings account's going to give them. And that's not always the case. It's usually hard. And to be honest, like, it's scary because you have to hold it, and you kind of have to persevere through market volatility. So,
yeah, I mean, dude, no, 72 divided by 5 is 14 years, which is still less than what, normally it's like 20 years to double up your money. So it's a good rate. And let's just say that you have $1 million in a high yield savings account, just like that's $50,000 a year. If you've got a paid off mortgage and you've got, you know what I'm saying? Like
what happens is people FOMO.
Who's offering it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just throwing a number out there. 5%.
Oh, use I mean, Robinhood has the 4%. Marcus,
good.
Yeah, Marcus Goldman Sachs, whatever. They have like a 3.8 or something like that. And then Apple, they have a savings account as well, Apple's phone wallet, credit card. And if you use that one, I think you get like 3.8% or something like that. So
the best ones right now, I think, are credit unions for like I don't know, school districts. I just heard somebody get 9% on their savings, but they have to do a direct deposit. So I think a lot of credit unions are actually offering a lot right now.
Yeah, you
dude.
know, you can actually invest into they're not stocks, they're bonds, but you can invest into them on Robinhood, and you can still get something like you know, you can either match that. If you look up one called SGOV, SGOV, it's a 0 to 3 month treasury bond, and that will return to you 4.19. So if you're like looking for these extra jumps, there's still a way to get safe money in when you're like trading stocks and stuff. So this would be, I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's literally just a treasury bond, but you're able to buy it through your Robinhood account. And it's much like a savings account where it's safe.
But
Yeah, so it's still a product.
You have to commit to holding that for 3 months.
You don't have to commit to anything. No, if you hold it for basically every 0 to 3 months, they like refresh their bonds and buy new 3-month bonds. And so that yield is changing, but at least you know that you're locking in 4.19 instead of, you know, 3.5 here or 0.01 at your bank account. So that it really just varies. But I think a lot of people don't like to sit in cash because of FOMO and opportunity cost, you know, and opportunity cost is just you missing out on. It's just FOMO. It's like
I think it's also a good time to take a look at what's green. Well, everything is going all the way crashing. What is actually green today? And for me, it was Reality O, and that one, ticker O. That one has always been green no matter what's going on. And a lot of consumer, like Home Depot, Lowe's, a lot of, because we're Americans, so we're just going to keep buying, keep consuming. It doesn't matter. We'll be in debt up to our eyeballs. So a lot of consumers and a lot of real estate right now for some reason.
Yeah, and I have a feeling Berkshire Hathaway is going to do even more revenue next year because they have Gorgeous working for them.
Oh, how's she liking it so far?
She loves it, dude. She's like,
good.
you know what I mean? She's running it. Shout out Shameless Lord, Gambler, T-Bytes. That's right, T-Bytes. Now with the video. We got to figure out on the back end how we get these to show up on the screen. Gambler says, all of us, my boy Lore, hope you've been good, fam. We are. I think we've got enough people in here to jump into our first clip. But first, what I have to do here is the big thing that I have in mind, you know, look, everything is fucking down. Everything is fucking down. But no matter what, I still have the gumball theory. I sold all my gumball machines, by the way, except for 3 of them.
Did you make a pretty penny?
Yeah, I did all right. But the thing is, my goal is like, if I put those out on the street, the thing is that like it will take me several fucking like 7 months to get my money back on what it is that I sold them for. If I take that money now and I put it to a credit card, then I'm starting to reduce the interest that I'm paying every month. It was just a better rate of return when I looked at it that way.
Yeah, that's a guaranteed return too. It's like most people are chasing something better than the savings account, so you're trying to chase something better than 4. But if you pay off that credit card, you know you're going to be you're saving that 23%.
Yeah, if you're not going to make what your interest is in the market, then pay off the debt first. It just makes sense because if your interest is what some of these cards are 28% right now. So if you're not beating that in the market, you can't beat that
who's
with
beating that, bro?
You're not guaranteed beating that either.
Pay that debt off first because it's such a sneaky way to steal from your energy. Is this silent interest that you get?
Yeah. So people always invest and they talk about compounding. Well, when you have the credit card, it literally compounds against you. It's the magic working backwards, and it's like, oh, the credit card companies know what the hell they're doing. So.
You know what? But also, it's tax season right now, and my brother used to work for like a debt consolidation company. Call your credit cards, ask them, say, hey, I did not get the refund that I was expecting. Can we reverse some of the interest that I've been paying? People are getting $800, $600 returns. So just do it. Try it. Check it out if you haven't. If you haven't done this before, they're likely to do this.
Yeah, it's not a black card. It's black magic.
We utilize the, before you show this video, though, I just wanted to say we utilize these savings accounts too all the time just for like small goals, like when you're taking advantage of a credit card. And we did like an 18-month one for like our wedding and stuff. And when that went all the way around, bro, we used the credit card the whole time, and we were just saving in a savings account the whole time, knowing as soon as this 18-month is up, all of those reward points are mine. All of the 3%, the cash backs, everything's mine because I already have this yielding over here, and I didn't have to save as much because it was yielding the entire time.
Also, the
So-
credit, like the credit offers start rolling in for these like pretty great applications. Actually, they see, oh, this person is kind of leveraged right now. They haven't really paid it down. And then boom, you pay it all down the day it's due. It's a great feeling. It's a good life.
Yeah. So what it got me thinking of is the gumball theory. And you guys know my gumball theory, the gumball machine theory is that, hey, if I put a gumball machine out on the street, it's almost guaranteed $10 a month per head. So how much do I got to pay for a gumball machine, whether that's a stock or something like that, to get that $10? Then it started hitting me, the fucking dividends. And I want to talk about that real quick. You're laughing, the market's down, but these motherfuckers are still going to pay dividends. And we have the top 10 dividends here for quarter one. What do we got here? We got CVS Health. We have Philip Morris, Exelon, Gilead Sciences, American Electric Power Company, AbbVie, UGI. Anyway, you get the fucking gist. It's funny to me that a health company is on top of a Philip Morris International. That's a little fucking wild. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to start researching some of these companies. So we have to start with number one. Number one is going to be CVS. Okay, so
CVS is not. I want to say before we get started into this, guys, if you are thinking this, don't chase dividend, because if the company is not growing, you can be stuck. I keep 2 tickers in my portfolio just to remind myself. Dividend, don't chase it, because a company could be down 20% year to date and it's still paying its dividend. Yeah, but if it's not growing and it's not looking to grow soon, then I don't know. Don't chase dividend, chase growth.
Yeah, bro. This guy was chasing growth. Let's look at what's going on at CVS recently. Oh, god damn it! Here we go.
These niggas done broke into the CVS. They ram open the CVS. Stole all the shit out of here. Look at this shit. They done broke into CVS, y'all. This junk crazy. They done rammed the junk open.
Yo, that is fucking wild.
If you don't get that mailbox money, sometimes you have to show up and
that's putting some little sweat equity. That's crazy.
Hey, that puts a new word just playing in bricks. I'll tell you that. These motherfuckers broke in. Well, I gotta say, it's a genius plan. It's a genius plan to be like, nah, man, I'm not gonna fucking I'm not gonna go to prison for armed robbery, but a little burglary. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I didn't threaten anybody. I just went and took it out the wall. But that's CVS. And then, oh wait, shit. I think I have one more CVS one, but let me look. But I don't know. CVS, is that what are you guys' thoughts on CVS dividends?
Not a buy. CVS and Walgreens, not a buy right now.
Yeah, there was a lot of,
I like some of the dividend companies because that's like the first thing you think of when you why am I buying stocks? Well, you're buying a piece of a business and a business can pay you out. So I do like dividend companies. You want to put them in a good portfolio though. It's kind of weird. It's so weird to actually explain it to new investors, because when you're telling them to get dividends, first they want to chase high yield, and then you're like, no, that's not the way to do it. And then they want to collect this money and use it to go buy stuff every day. And you're like, that's not how it goes either. You need to collect this dividend, compound your money. And usually you got to do that in a retirement account, which you don't have access to just take money out willy-nilly. And I just think there's some correlation there where people got to figure out you're buying your time back, but you're buying your time back in the future. So I love the top 10 that they've showed right there, but I would also check out, remember how I told you about index funds, Lore, where it's like a basket of stocks when you buy them?
Yes.
Well, there's dividend index funds too, where you buy the 100 best dividend companies. And now you're not so subject to just market volatility. You can actually keep producing income through red days like today.
I love it, bro. Well, the other one, the other one that there was our friends at Philip Morris. So I just wanted to check in to see
These
how some of
smokers.
Wait, I missed it. What happened?
Yeah,
Bro,
it's because dude, check this out.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Lord,
smoking kills.
laughing while people are getting life changing burns out here. Oh my
No.
gosh.
Well, I mean, I'm
Okay.
just saying, smoking kills in more way than one. You know. Let's see.
Yeah,
let's
I
see
don't
what-
I don't like to buy those companies directly either, because and I might actually invest in them via these index funds, but I don't buy them directly because I don't smoke cigarettes, and I like to buy what I use and what I like
What
believe
I
in.
want to grow. If I want an industry to grow, I want to invest in it.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
don't want the tobacco industry to grow, then I'm not probably
Here,
gonna put my money
here's a
there.
funny story about one of your best friends, Bill Gates. This guy basically you
Yo,
shook his
man.
head. You shook his head. So Bill Gates asked Elon Musk for money like in 2022, and it was for philanthropic work or whatever. And so Elon was like, he basically was like, yeah, okay, like I'll take a meeting with you. Then he was like, so I heard you have like over $1 billion short on Tesla. And, he's like, yeah, I thought you guys would be making too much cars and then you guys wouldn't be able to sell them and whatever. And then so Elon's just like, what? Like, you're asking me money for climate change and all this shit to like, for your, whatever, humane reasons or whatever.
Yeah, all of
Humane
these were Gates Foundation charities.
So
Yeah.
Elon's like, so he asked him again, like, why did you short my company? And he's like, why would you short Tesla, the only company that's even moving towards sustainable energy? And he's like, oh, I thought I could make money, but he's just totally confused. It's Bill Gates. Like, he's just confused. Like, why would Elon even care about this? It's like, bro, he puts his blood, sweat, and tears, and you're literally shorting his company billions of dollars, which it does a lot of stuff in the stock market, obviously. But in principle, you're asking somebody for money and you're doing that. And it's just like, I always, even in times like, now where everybody's like, it's lawless now. I still think about stuff like that, where it's like, you could be rich as hell. You should still be like, you should be doing what's right. Like Bill Gates should not be betting against a solar company. You know what I'm
Also,
saying?
just
So-
like if you're about to ask somebody for money, how about you close those shorts on them? Let's do that first before you ask for the money.
yeah, you should be
That's
propping it.
crazy
You should be
behavior.
propping it up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
let me donate to your foundation, and then I'll ask you to donate 10 times that to my foundations. Like,
You know what? He should have actually gone with an American-made car company, and probably somebody who hates smoking cigarettes as much as you guys do. Let's check in on some Philip Morris versus the vehicle industry. Hey, bro. Say what you want, but smokers, man, they're pretty fucking tough. They're pretty fucking tough. Do you see what that smoker did to that car? And got up afterwards. I want to point out, got up afterwards, taking a big fat long drag hit. Oh yeah. Oh, nothing like a nice cigarette waiting for the bus. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Look at this. And then I thought she stood back up. I guess I was wrong. There's a lot of
You
damage.
thought she pushed the car off her?
Yeah, she jumped up after that.
there is no way that wasn't intentional. Like, what? What was the reason? What was the reason for that?
Fucking
Yeah,
stop
like-
smoking in public, you fucking dickhead. You know what I mean?
Jesus,
Like,
guess
So
so.
like investing really ties to a bunch of behavior stuff, right? So it's like, especially in a day like today where the market's doing as bad as 2020 as far as on the fear and greed scale, things are so bad that behavior is really what's dictating things. There's really no like real stunting factor for everything, all the companies, the growth, whatever. And it just it confuses a lot of people because everyone wants to behave like each other. And I just think like when I'm correlate investing to like some of these cigarettes, it's funny because we were just listening to we were reading a book, where it dictates behavior. Like if that person's out there, they might just smoke that cigarette and throw it on the floor. But if the ashtray said like, yo, who shows better, Lore Lords or Joe Rogans, you know, and like someone's
Lord.
gonna smoke their cigarette and put their vote in there. You know what I'm saying? They would like vote like that. So with just a little nudge and no like reasoning, people were doing the right thing with just a small nudge. And I think that has a lot to do with just like why today's red. It's just a small nudge in one direction makes everybody cave. And if we get a small nudge up, we'll be as green as your background right now.
So I have a question for you. Do you feel like this is the bottom, or do you think we got lower to go?
I think we're going to see Nvidia in double digits tomorrow open, and I think we have a little bit lower to go.
J-Pal speaks tomorrow. We don't know if we're going to get interest rates lower. That could cause a stagflation environment. It's kind of weird right now. It's like that's why the market's doing so bad, because nobody knows. It's very uncertain. Even people who claim to be, you know, experts in tariffs or experts in global trade or experts in behavioral economics, like it's so much stuff going on that it's really hard to tell. You know, if you just ask a crypto person though, they'd be like, oh yeah, I mean, it's that time of the cycle where shit's supposed to go up. So this is the bottom. But I mean, I would just, you got to take it day by day. J-Powell tomorrow. And then next on the 11th, I think Trump is doing some more tariff announcements or something. So I think after that, we might have something to.
It makes me want to go out. Like I've been thinking about like, oh man, you know, like what makes me feel secure. And part of that is like having a few stacks for bills. But it's also right now, the thing that I'm thinking is like, I'm about to go get 52 rice, 52 beans, 52 pastas, and just keep them fucking prepped up here. And if something fucking happens, like at least I got food. You know what I'm saying? Like,
here you come.
Yeah, dude. Gambler says, but to Brittany's point, if you're losing more on the stock holding itself than you're making in dividends, it's a net loss. And you're right. If I put 100 in and I get $10 every quarter, but it goes down to 75, I've fucking lost. I've lost. And so I think right now I'm trying to time the I'm trying to time the market, you know what I mean, to prevent any type of.
There's never any time in the market. You just got to get in and deal with the time in the market. No time in the market.
I like that. Another one of the yeah, I mean, I just don't want to be shocked. And another one of the top 10 was an energy company. And some of these energy companies, they do, you know, all kinds of things. It could be oil, it could be gas. You know, it could be utilities. That's a good point. It could be utilities. Got a little power company here doing a little extra work. I don't know where OSHA is on this.
Man, just hearing that static, you're like, oh, that's already a wrap.
Yeah, whatever he said. He's got it. You got it, bro. Just put it right there. Look, you got this, bro. What's the worst that could happen?
Wait, did he already freeze up?
No, I don't think so. He's doing good. He's doing real good. He's got it. Just a little direction.
You
You want to run. You got to do it the other way. The other way.
सांगतोय तुम्हाला मी खाली ओढव त्याला बंद करो हे तर काय राव सांगतोय आवाज येतोय चार 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 वाजते
He's good, bro. He's good.
कळूकान तिथला
All right, hold on.
You can't even touch him because you'll be electrocuted too. It's just so conductive. You have to like do something else.
आवळ्यांना राव काय खरं नाही राव तुम्ही जीव घालवला माणसाचा काय राव
Oh yeah.
आवळ्यांना बेकार आहे आवळ्यांना राव
Like this. Get out of here.
I just want to say, that's
you're showing so much violence and bloodshed today.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, dude. That's what people in astrology would call bad energy. Is what they would call that.
Oh my gosh. I hope he's okay. I hope that person did not die. But also, what horrible friends. Yo, if that were me, like, you better be right there with the stick ready to freaking knock me out that shit. What?
I know, just
Hey,
talking shit
hey,
to
on
you.
some scary
Going,
stuff.
hey,
on some-
stupid, move this way. Like I can't fucking move.
Oh
Yo,
my
on some
gosh.
scary stuff though, I've seen some videos of that happening in like liquor stores where like something goes wrong with like the Coolidge on some Final Destination stuff, and like you just going in there for your Red Bull, and boom, you try to grab the handle, and it's like freeze up, and then someone grabs you and they freeze up. It's just, oh man, it's a nightmare. I'm trying to stay away from all Final Destination situations like that.
I forgot one more. I forgot one more.
If someone dies, let's skip this one.
I know we got some good.
There
ones
gotta
on the
be some
way.
funny
Like,
stuff.
Can we get some? We're dealing with enough bloody days in the
I
market
know.
right
I
now.
thought today was going to be a
bro.
mental health check for everyone. People lost money.
Lord said we're doubling
I'll
down.
be honest. Like from my highs, my high was February 14th. I'm probably down like 29K from just that.
Well,
that
I guess
time.
this one blends energy and Philip Morris. I mean, you're right, bro. It's been freaking depressing, but let's get lit. Let's fucking
Let's get lit.
lit.
Oh my gosh, Lord.
he just makes it worse, bro. He just makes it, he's fucking grabs the oh fuck, oh hey, fucking
Who thinks
dummy,
they could?
stop
who thinks
fucking
they could
smoking
lie-
at the gas stations.
Oh,
That's what I
man.
gotta say about that, bro. That was my mix between Philip Morris and energy companies. I'm doing
Darwin
good,
Award
man.
winner of the day. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
dude. No, dude, but I don't know, man. I think that they're right. What they're saying is that it's a trap for me to be able to, like, for me, when we're talking about the dividends and things, it for me makes more sense to throw a chunk of money into Robinhood to get the 4% than it does for the dividend. Quite honestly, it does. What is 4%? Let me see here. So for one vending machine, I would need to make $120 throughout the year. So what is 124% of?
124% of what?
That's what I'm saying. What is 124% of?
Of what? What do you mean?
Okay, let's just Google it then. I just got ask ChatGPT.
What's the number of what number?
ChatGPT. What is 124% of?
Oh,
So
what
it's
is
gonna be
120?
$3,000.
4%.
So it's a $3,000 vending machine, is what it is. It's a $3,000 vending machine, is what it is. Oh, wait, how should I have asked the question?
I thought you were saying 124, like
It's
124.
4%. No, 120 is 4% of what number?
Okay,
So
that's
it's
what I-
$3,000. So if I put $3,000, it's a $3,000 vending machine.
Bro, just solve for X. publicly. Yeah, I mean, that's expensive. I mean, but it's not even that. Like, it's the effort after. It's like if you just grab that money and put it somewhere and you don't have to do any effort and you get to
Yeah,
collect
this
the
is
money.
completely
That's what I'm saying.
passive with zero.
So I think
risk.
about this with housing when people are like, "Oh, I want to buy a home," and it's like for an investment, and you're like, "Okay, well, even like 20% of a home, like even if you're just talking like 100K, right? So you got 100K, and you want to collect income on that home, it's gonna be like a really small amount at the end of the day. You know, you're only gonna after you pay your mortgage and your property taxes and all that stuff, you're only going to end up with like a couple $100, right? And that's still good. That's good cash flow, right? But you could put that same amount of money that you were going to buy this house with and just put it in a REIT, a real estate investment trust, which is just like a stock. And they basically pay back 90% of all their income in dividends to holders. And so you could collect monthly income without maintenance, without hassle on the
But how
tenant.
much is that though? How much return does a REIT provide you?
It just depends which one you're getting, but what they're gonna get you is probably something better than current interest rates. So if let's just say interest rates right now are at 4, you can probably get a REIT for over 5% right now for sure. That pays you monthly.
Really? Is
Yeah.
there anything that pays more than that?
Yeah. Some of them, like obviously with the fluctuation of the market, the yield differs. So it's like if realty income is trading at 60, the yield might actually yield down to 4%.
Bro,
But
they-
if it goes down to $50 a share, it's going to be yielding more. If that makes sense.
The
they put up-
Schwab US REIT ETF is trading at $21 right now, and the yield percentage for 30-day is 3.89%. So that's a pretty good one. That's a
on $21?
Yeah, $21.08 right now
What? And you get 3% on that?
Yeah,
on the 30-day.
for the
Yeah.
REITs, for the so that's the ETF too. If you get something, if you get like a dividend index fund or ETF, you can still get REITs in there. You can get companies, like they all kind of differ. It just really depends on how you're how you're chasing your strategy, you know. But you don't want to get too over reliant. You want to do something that you can consistently do. And if you're in one company, you might be a little more hesitant every time it drops to be like, I need to put some more money in there. But when you buy an ETF, like she was saying, you're actually invested into 100 of the best companies, and it doesn't fluctuate as much, and you feel more confident putting every dollar in there because you're like, yo, I'm buying 100 companies here, and I'm not just exposed to one company's fuck up. So
Yeah, if you're like bullish on a certain industry, like some semiconductors are gonna rip, but you don't know really where to place your bet on Nvidia, TSM, like who do you put your money with? That's a great place just to index funds, easy ETFs. That's easy answer to make sure that you're winning no matter what. As long as the industry is doing well, you'll be doing well.
I'm trying to remember where I have my Robinhood account. Let's see here. I think it's this one. Let's see what we got. All right, you guys are gonna that's gonna be the next thing that we log into.
Or buying ETFs and
I
indexes.
fucking God, dude, I hate the Robinhood. I absolutely hate. Look at that. You know what? I'm gonna share it with you guys.
Blasphemy.
Have you ever traded on another platform before?
No.
Yeah, so if you hate this one,
Yeah, look at Fidelity.
You wouldn't even understand looking at a Charles Schwab desktop, to be honest.
Well, look at this,
or
dude.
Fidelity.
Fine. These are my options. I'm a gold member. Okay, now we get login. Let's see if this does it.
Boomer.
All right. Well, I'm gonna work on that in the background. Let me see here. All right. Let me see. What do we got? What do I got here? Did I fuck up?
Little misadventure.
I guess I'm gonna log in with passkeys. Here we go. Boom. Close. All right, here we go. Now we're in.
It's crazy because like people are like posting, they're like, oh, I thought like why is Robinhood trading so low? What do they have to do with tariffs? And it's just like, I mean, you like if you don't understand markets or you don't understand Robinhood, you wouldn't get that like Robinhood is trading with the market. So when the market's doing well, Robinhood's going to do well, and vice versa.
Yeah, Robinhood is the new proxy on the markets for sure. That is like
and it's because people are trading on there, they're engaging on there, they're storing their funds on there, and they're more active when things are going good. And when things are going bad, people are obviously not as active, and that's just.
So let me ask this: what do you guys think? When do you guys think the market jumps up? In your opinion, because you guys are pretty wise with this shit. So, I know you say experts don't know, nobody knows, but like as you're looking at it, like how long do you think it is until we see a rebound here?
Right now, I'm just looking at May. I just think after all this April tariff stuff is done, we'll start recovering. That's what I think.
I think after the Fed speaks, and then after we either accept the tariffs or Trump walks them back a little bit, where we can mutually globally come to an agreement.
Do you think tariffs are going to affect people? Like, how do you feel about it? Because I've heard everyone on X is an expert at tariffs all of a sudden. So I've obviously read a lot of opinions. And what do you think about like the tariffs and stuff?
So it's great because I'm a layman, right? Like I don't know shit about fuck, right? So when I hear the tariffs and things like that, for me as a consumer, as somebody that has a wife, kids, mortgage, you know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. And who's actively trying to like pursue getting out of debt. When I hear the tariff, I think immediately, oh shit, everything's about to pop off 25%, which means I'm going to be getting 25% less of anything that I can. So you guys might laugh at me about the like, oh, Laura's going out and getting rice and beans, you know what I mean? For 50, but I see is like, damn, I'm going to be able to get 25% less rice and beans at a basic level. And so like I have concerns about it. And then the other thing that I hear is like, oh, well, the other thing I hear is like, well, the taxes are going to offset the reduction in taxes are going to offset that completely. In fact, what my guess is they're planning on a 30% reduction on taxes, and that'll leave you the 4% extra off of the 25% tariff. But how soon are you going to fucking enact that? Because as fast as you're willing to enact these tariffs, you better be willing to enact that tax cut just as fast. And I don't mean tax cut for the rich, the billionaires and the millionaires. I'm talking fuck the stimmy. Fuck the stimmy. That's the whole problem from the whole thing, right? It did bother me when Elon was like, when that lady asked Elon, yo, when are we getting our checks? And he's like, yeah, about that. You probably not.
It's just a problem. It's a problem because of where the stimmy came from. Stimmy just comes out of thin air. That's a problem. Now
we cut USAID. Now
we cut USAID, and you don't send $5 billion to Ukraine. You just distribute $5 billion here.
How do you guys feel?
That's not so bad,
right? So how do you guys feel if they don't? If we don't get it,
here's my view on it. This will
go down.
This is
like with these tariffs. How are you going to feel about that?
So people are confused, right? When they say, hey, they're putting tariffs on these other countries, because you got it correct, Lore, is they're not putting tariffs on other countries. They're putting a tax on you when you buy stuff from other countries. That's the first step, right? So people need to understand that. Now, for me, that only attacks consumers. Now, I'm not a consumer. I don't scroll Amazon to find some new stuff. I'm not clicking on anything to just spend some change. I'm always looking at 25 cents is $200 in 30 years compounded at a rate that I can achieve. Yeah, and that's how I look at it. Every 25 cents is $200 to me. So I got
to pause you right there. Well, the mentality that I have now is $1 is $100. That's literally the way that I fucking see.
It's true though. 100. It's actually $1 is 88 cents. I mean, I'm sorry, $88 in a 35 year compounded rate. So when I think about this, I go from, okay, tariffs actually harm a consumer. I'm not a consumer. If things get bad for the Americans, you have this arsenal of QE, you have Fed, you have interest rates that can be lowered. You have all these tools over here that can happen, all these levers that can be pulled for us. And no one was doing anything about deficits or anything before. So it's like, if you believe in anything like Bitcoin or what happened in 2008 and why cryptocurrency even exists, if you even are in that room, you should be pro Doge, right? That's my mentality already. This attacks consumers. It's consumers, not me. And the person that gets rewarded in this whole situation, if things even go bad or good, are people holding assets. Now, if you're just holding cash and you're just holding bullshit and you got a bunch of Jordans under your bed instead of some assets, you are going to lose the most. And if you have the assets, you will be inflated. Your assets will go up in price unbelievably.
I have a different take. I think it not only hurts consumers, but I think it also hurts business owners, people that are doing manufacturing, supplying in the States. Also, you go to Beverly Hills, you go to Rodeo Drive, you go to these very, very, very expensive wedding dress shops. Let me tell you, these are not handmade, hand sewn in America. They are handmade in China. So these people are business owners. They're obviously, they have to, transfer that fee onto the buyer, onto the consumer. This is going to wreck people that are individual business owners. I think small business owners, and people say Trump is for the SBA and Small Business Owner Association. That's very important. But this is going to hurt people that deal with China every day for their business, for their logistics, for even just printing, for shipping, for so many things. Also, people who have already been ordering things that are waiting, they're keeping it at the post office, calling people and hey, if you don't pay this $200 to get this in, we're just going to hold this for you. We're not going to send it to you. So it's already affecting not only the consumer, but it is not great for.
This is where real entrepreneurs will be able to separate themselves, and they're innovative. They'll be able to pivot, and they'll be able to find logistics that work for them at a price that works for them. I actually started in manufacturing in 2020 during tariffs, right? And that was very lucrative because we were manufacturing the boxes right here in the United States. So just get used to seeing the Made in the USA tag, right? And get used to buying from, Americans, and things are going to start regulating itself. And just know, if you're holding assets, you're going to win in the end. It doesn't matter how much prices go up or if things go bad or sideways or whatever. Hold assets and you'll be fine.
The last thing I want to say on that is that this is maybe going to hurt us for a bit, maybe for this generation. For generations to come, for Americans, this is going to be great for the economy, for us to actually be manufacturing. We have GDP in the positive. You go to other countries, they're charging US the most to renew a passport, renew a visa, to like you book a hotel in the Hong Kong district, in the Western district in Hong Kong. They see your passport, they are charging you different prices than they're charging the Swiss guests that are staying there. And it's real. We do have extra fees tacked on everywhere we go, almost everywhere we go internationally.
Do you think they're going to be less now, though? They're not going to be less.
I need a discount for my American passport, and I need a better discount if I have a California ID. That's how I feel.
Oh my God. Fucking West Coast, bro. Wait though. So I want to make the argument. I love and want to argue the point that you made that I'm not a consumer. You buy food, you buy gas.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
you buy gas, water, electric,
consuming
phone.
stuff. When I say consumption, I mean wasteful consumption. So yes, beans and rice are not wasteful. I'm saying like I said, reference to Jordan's games, stuff that you get from China is going to be marked up. But the necessities will be fine, bro.
But I want to say no pain, no gain. It's going to hurt for a little bit. But
how long is a little bit, though?
Right? You have to make sure that you're holding enough cash. Don't be putting your rent into if you're not over leveraged right now, if you don't have your bills in the market right now, I think you're going to be okay.
Just sit back.
But that's what I mean, though, is that like there's 90% of America isn't like us. Like that we're having these conversations talking about like where our money's going, what it is that like where it's at. The people that I feel for are people who could very well just be like me, who are there's been times, and you guys know it, where Gorgeous hasn't worked or has worked part-time or you know what I mean, like things like that. There's families like that all across America, and I feel fucking horrible for those people that are like, fuck, if everything goes up and I can't afford to live. I feel bad for those folks.
Yeah, no, I think, and we all came from humble beginnings. And I just feel like that outlook just makes this even more of just an opportunity to us, because the worst thing right now than complaining that we're losing money in the stock market is not being invested in the market at all. And that would be the biggest risk that you could ever take, is not investing.
Also, I want to recognize that we are speaking from a blessed place that we don't have children. For people that have children or young children, they're just trying to make it right now. I feel your pain. I do. I get it. But if you're not in that position, I think this is a time that you could really make some money if you deploy some capital. Zoom out a little bit.
I mean, if you keep it a simple strategy, you'll make it far too. Like you keep it simple. You invest into an index fund every week. You're going to be fine. Like you're going to be fine.
Who knows? Trump could do away with labor laws, and you can put those kids to work in a little mini sweatshop. You know what I mean? You start a little business inside your house. Have them mow lawns.
I would like to get, guys like Jason or someone on the thing who are conducting small business already, or, good business around like in America already, just where in different
insight, isn't he?
Yeah, I bet you, like, because you're already thinking about how this is going to impact you. You have backup plans, you have the logistics, you're working around it. And, I would say like even in packaging and like jars and stuff, we were always like, we would go ahead and like get some like, custom made vapes or something out in China, and we would get this tariff and we would just pass it on to the customer. And it never felt like they were pushing back on it. And I remember when they removed the tariffs, and it was probably like 2021 where we had this $150. Our system didn't take out the tariffs for like another 6 months. And so I'm pretty sure all that extra money just, gets absorbed into the company, but your invoices were automatically saying, hey, there's going to be a 33% on this glass. There's going to be 33% on this, this whatever item. And that's just, for me, I'm like, it's not going to affect too many people, but I do want to see who's actually out here. Like, how does this affect bagels? You know what I'm saying? How does this affect the pizza man on the corner, or the guy at the donut shop? Because those are the small businesses that will probably be holding up like the small business community at this point, because it's just so rough to even rent out a commercial building and like conduct business. So if you're doing it at a high level, that's the only way to exist.
Wouldn't it be amazing if this situation, I mean, it could be a blessing in disguise that we get back to bartering. We get back to, hey, we don't need the government for this, because we all have skills that we can use for each other. We're working with each other. We can, I handle this, you handle that. You give me your milk, I give you my eggs, that kind of situation. If we got back to that kind of homesteading, oh man, we'd be great. America would be great again.
You're too city to be homesteading. I would love it.
We've been talking about leaving the city all the time, but I want to say there are so many people in Los Angeles who have that mentality and share those desires just because they've been born in California.
Dude, I'm telling you, I tell Gorgeous this all the time. Like, I'm down to fucking buy a bunch of land, create a compound, all fucking DIY, all fucking off grid, solar, fucking whatever it is. That's fucking, that would be the dream, bro.
Yeah, imagine like instead of living to work, you could actually like work and till your own soil to live your life in the healthiest way. I'll do the gardening, the cooking, the cleaning, and
Gorgeous would probably love that. She does.
Yeah, that's like the life.
She's like all the time. She's like, let me plant a garden right here. I'm like, no. But yeah, no. I mean, she would thrive in that. You know what I mean? I think she would. I just got to get her there. She's used to things, and like, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta work on that.
We were just talking. I was like, I could deal with anything if we could just have that. I could deal with not having hot water all the time. I could deal with not having like my skincare direct shipped from Amazon. I can deal with that kind of trade of life if we were able to do that. But with all of this, Trump is doing so much. I think that it would be great if we could get some positive things for us, some things that were not hurting us so much, some things that were like, hey, here's some more wins for the American people right now, even though it's like painful now. Here's something else to look forward to.
I'm afraid he wants to take all that money and buy Greenland. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not, I swear to you, I don't think he's interested in like
drill, baby, drill.
This isn't like people think because we're like in 2025, we're all civil and stuff, but it's like things could still get annexed, like I think Russia was annexing things in 2014, 2015 and stuff. And I'm not talking about Ukraine, like neighboring areas where it's like people still want territory, people still want resources. Like we're on a limited planet, so it's like at the end of the day, it's like if you're voting against things that are like American or American companies and stuff, it's like you're voting against your future, your kids' future, and all that. And it's like you really have to put all that thought into where you put your money at, your time, your energy, and don't be just a follower. Just like do research and stuff like that. Because things like tariff, it's funny how like people who are they'll probably badmouth someone in the market right now, like, damn, you're down bad, like blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, bro, this is 1 year. This is not even 1 year. This is 1 quarter, 1 time, 1 week that I'm down. And I'm really up over the last 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what you have, I've already beat you in 1 year because you weren't invested in the market, that type of stuff, So, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Stay invested, man. Keep assets and don't let them trick you. Don't let them buy your hood shares for under 40. That would be crazy.
Don't let them shake you out.
They're trying to shake you.
So here it is from Rose City. When resources are low, it's you or them. Okay, so let me ask you guys. You are rational. Well, no, you're not rational people. You're not like the regular person. Am I crazy? Am I crazy for the 52 beans, 52 rice, 52 pastas?
No, load up. Have a pantry.
No, if you can have it and actually put like that, what you should, if you're spending on the future, you're going to be an optimistic person anyways, right? So you're
you consider that optimism. I love that you said that, bro. Hold on, pause. I love that you said that because I feel like from everything that I looked at, I've been sitting back here thinking in my mind, like you're operating from a place of fear, not faith. But I was like, you can operate in faith, but you have to take action. And so although I believe that I have the ability to make things right, am I fearful that things will go wrong and I'm going to need these 52 weeks of supplies? Or am I saying that I believe in myself, but I know that if there's a need, it's taken care of.
You're already operating from a place of abundance, just being able to be like, oh, I'm gonna go get these 52 weeks of beans and rice.
And you know that you're going to be able to sleep.
Not even do that. So for you to be like, I'm going to use my stored energy to take care of my future self, to save more stored energy, i.e. saving money. Yeah, you're totally.
Because what's next? Right. You have 52 provisions, right? And then what's next? Then you have 4 weeks of cash, and then you have 8 weeks of cash, and then you're thinking, and now you're getting ahead, and you're really playing it like Monopoly. Like, how could I get ahead and get more? And when you're doing that, it doesn't mean someone else loses. That's the best part. You're not trapped in a Monopoly PvP game where you can visibly see if you win, someone else is losing. you can get caught in a better abundance cycle where you win, and also everyone you see doing the same thing as you is winning too. And the only thing you can say is to people who are not buying assets to say buy assets, because that will unlock everything. It'd be like you might go to crypto first, you might go to stocks, you might go to real estate, you might do all kinds of stuff, but buy assets. It doesn't matter where
Tell me
you
about
go.
the asset. Okay, so you keep saying asset, buy assets, buy assets. When I think of assets, I think like a house. But when you think about an asset, Eddie, what do you mean when you say asset? Is that a stock? Is that what do you think? What do you tell me? List off the assets to me.
So traditionally you just had stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, precious metals like gold and silver, and commodities, right? Like oil and gold and stuff. And so you basically just had a limited thing, and then all of a sudden crypto came, and that's why crypto was so big to us, because we were already thinking about assets, which stocks kind of seemed like where we would go. But crypto was just a new asset, and just thinking about it like that, like, haha, there's been all these years of no new assets. And every time a new asset comes on, they do make a big deal about it. Like an index fund was kind of like a new asset, you know, it was like, yes, it was a stock, but it was like this derivative that like did more. And crypto was the same thing. And when you move forward, you start learning about different assets where you could be like, well, some assets are dividend yielding, some are growth, some do that, you know, some are real estate, they're like hands-on, and you just kind of figure out what works for you. Some are streaming digital assets like us right now. We're on a podcast right now. This podcast could be like whatever right now, and then we blow up in 20 years and this gets millions of views. They keep coming back to this one. They're like, man, this is the one when they were cooking, like they was really cooking, and you could be printing money off of this months down the line. And this is a digital asset. This comes in the form of music, royalties, streaming platforms, like
anything that makes money for you.
Yes.
Everything you're consuming is either an asset or a liability. Either way, if it's, you know, pushing you towards the better, then that could be an asset that you're investing into yourself. If it's taking away from you energetically for your future, if it's taking from your future, it's a liability all the way.
It's either asset or liability. Ask yourself that every time you're spending money. Is this an asset or is this a liability?
Because everything compounds. So it can either compound to your detriment or compound to your betterment, that it's going to push you higher. 2 days of doing something bad in a row is really like 4 days. 2 days of doing something great, that'll push you ahead to like get that whole week be, you know, much better. It all accumulates.
Yes, my boy Lore, hope you've been good, fam. Shameless that soul. I am good, bro. I am good. I'm just fucking I'm busy. I'm on some fucking rager shit. There's shit going on here that nobody knows. But like I'm just trying to fucking make it happen. I'm good, but I'm fucking like fighting every day. Like we got to figure out how we're gonna do this or that or the other. Yeah, man. But fucking good check-in. I don't know, man. That's what I've got. Unless you guys want to go. I feel bad. My kiddo's got to sleep back here. But I would love to fucking really quick get one of those REI stocks or whatever you're talking about for $21. I'll pick that up tonight. A read, yeah.
Yeah. Get the Schwab in after hours.
Yeah, get the Schwab. I think she pulled up a REIT ETF, or you can get a dividend ETF. Either one of those. I think I own SCHD, which is the dividend one, and that one's like $27 or something.
Tell me which one I'm getting. Show me right now.
You wanted the REIT or you want a dividend ETF?
No. What the REIT?
The REIT is the SCH.
Charles Schwab?
Yeah, it's Schwab.
SCHH.
There you go. I thought it was HH too.
All right, here we go. 2108. We got to buy at least one of these, right?
At least.
Buy order.
We got to come back in 30 days when you get your dividend.
I get okay. Yeah, I would love that. One share. We're gonna do. Oh, you can't do two. You can only do one or three.
You can't do two, huh?
That's interesting, right?
Maybe your number two key is broken.
No, look.
All right, do 12 then.
Oh no, there we go. 2. Let's do 1. I want to be able to.
He's like, whoa, I ain't rich, man. Let me drop the 21.
The only time I ever use this account, did I buy it or did I not?
So what I love about this stuff is because, like, let's see.
Did the order execute, Laura?
You're replacing them. One share, your order be queue for market. I either bought one or I bought two.
Oh no, you need to do a limit order because it's out of the market right now.
Yeah, you
It's queued for market.
You got to
open.
order on 24-hour market.
I don't know what the fuck to do now.
All right, well, go to the left to where it says queued. You see how it says queued right there? Click on that and cancel that real quick.
I apologize.
Down.
Where do you see that?
Down a little bit. No, on the left side.
Yeah, right there. Right there.
Right there at the top.
No.
Under upcoming activity. You have 2 queued for the market open, so you could definitely.
You clicked it twice.
Oh shit! How do
So
you guys
cancel?
see this and I don't? That's
It says
wild.
up-
Right under
It says
upcoming right under upcoming activity, it says Schwab US REIT ETF market buy.
Upcoming
You see 2 of
activity
those?
right here.
Yes.
And go.
So right there
go
where it
under
says
it.
queued,
Okay, right here.
we cancel those.
So cancel on
order right there.
under the far
Can't do
left of
shit. I
that.
can't do shit for fuck on this
Cancel.
goddamn website.
Bro, you are. It's intuitive. Obviously, you're not intuitive then.
Cancel order right there. Yeah.
I see queued.
It's under submitted on the left side now. So you hit queued, and now on the left side of that drop down, it says canceled. No, hit queued. Hit
Hit
queued
queued.
again.
Bring the mouse to the
Cancel order.
You know how Laura's
Yeah.
good. Laura's good at, hey, you're warm.
Now
You're
do it for the
cold.
other one.
You're cold.
Okay, boom.
All right, so what do I got to do here?
All right, so you're gonna go up to the stock. You're gonna hit done. Hit done right
Hit
there.
done.
No, go to the right. Hit done. Just hit done.
All right. Limit order.
Yeah, limit order. Now you're gonna put 2108 right there. I don't even think this is trading overnight. That's why, Brett. But it doesn't matter. You don't want to.
No, after. Oh, it's open in after hours, but probably
Trading
not.
hours, market hours,
Oh, well,
extended hours, market
check
hours.
trading. Is there a 24 hours on there or no?
Extended or market.
Go to extended hours.
Yeah, do extended then. Oh wait, what time is it over there for you, Laura?
Oh, it's 10 o'clock.
Oh no, I ain't gonna go through till the morning.
Market hours. Market hours.
Yeah, set it. Just go ahead and review order. Now you'll be good. But now you only have one, so you'll save some money.
I was thinking it was 8 p.m. our time.
All right. No, it's cool. All right, cool. No, I appreciate that.
Okay, so now let's scroll down on this screen so we can start looking at it. Scroll down on the screen. I just want to check out this information on the stock. Keep going. So at the top right there where it said what's in this fund, do you see that? So it's showing you the top 10 of what's in this fund right there.
Oh, okay,
And so,
cool.
So these you can click on and check out these stocks. On the right side is the percent that's allocated. So for every dollar you put in there, you would have basically this would be the percentage on how it's split up.
This is how the top 10% is split.
Yeah, and so you look at Realty Income. That's one of my favorite. Public Storage, you know them. They're the guys who who basically sell you rent for being a consumer.
Realty Income ticker
Dude,
ticker O
we-
is green.
should we
still.
open-
And
the
Vici
fucking
Properties is a
storage
REIT. Vici Properties is a REIT. Realty Income is a REIT. So, I mean, all these are REITs basically. And in Public Storage would be considered the same too. You would think of them as a storage company, but they own so much property and lease it in a sense that they're a REIT as well. So this is the type of stuff that you kind of figure out when you're staring at the market. And you
Vanguard
realize
REIT.
all of them spend basically pay dividends. And so what this fund does is it collects all those and pays you on a I think it's quarterly or monthly basis, but
This one is monthly.
Oh, it's monthly?
This is a monthly dividend, 30-day yield.
Wow. So is this what
Got
is
a
the
good one,
yield?
Laura.
No, hold on. How much is this yield per month?
3.89%, I believe.
3.
and you get capital appreciation though from the actual stocks as well. So if something does really well in there, you're basically, if you were doing this, you would basically be setting yourself up for interest rates to be lowered. If interest rates get lowered, real estate does really well, and this would be technically your piece of real estate.
I love this. I like this.
I see the gears clicking over there for you.
Well, it just goes back to vending machines. I swear to God, what happened. I'll tell you what happened is that I got a text from Robinhood that said, "Hey, you got $1 something in interest." I was like, "Bitch, I don't even have anything in my fucking account."
Cha-ching!
You know what I mean? I was like, and when I had thousands of dollars in my savings account, it'd be like, "Hey, you got 86 cents," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, I don't understand. Like
check this. But did you read what Marshall's saying in the live as well?
Let's see what Marshall says. Be careful with REITs and fixed income and ETFs. You don't own anything except the NAV. I don't know what that is. So when rates drop,
net asset value is what NAV stands for.
Okay, so when rates drop, you'll get wrecked. Also, you'll have to file an extension on your taxes because they file a 10K.
So what goes on here is when you're owning an index of these, you're going to pay an expense fee, right? Rather than actually just owning these outright. And if you did just rather choose to own them outright, you still have to worry about what taxation looks like, because if they're paying you dividends and stuff, that's income, right? That's taxable income. So you want to put that in something like a retirement account or something like that. But
Money Marsh, I give you 10K. How long would it be till you could double that for me?
That's not what he's talking. A 10K is a form that you file for your taxes.
No. I know that.
Hey, cut that. Hey, cut that. That's a good one.
No, all right. Let's say I gave you $10,000, Money Marsh. Forget that. How long would it take you to get me a 20% return on that money? Fuck
That's
doubling
not how I mean, that might be actually how the asset managers work. But I mean, I wonder what he would say. He's in this market.
Oh shit! In this market, by the first of the year, easily.
And that's how a lot of investors are thinking, because we're by nature, you're putting your money into the future always when you're an investor, and so it's just by nature you're always optimistic, and optimism always wins when it comes to investing, because when you zoom out on especially U.S. markets, everything's going up. So what Marshall's saying, I believe as well, is this isn't just a setback at this point. It's like, I mean, it's just timing at this point. Is when are we going to be back up? Not if we're going to ever be back.
Oh yeah, for sure, right? Dude, see, I need you to get your Series 7, Eddie.
Did you see Vlad just got his Series 7?
Yeah, I need you to get it. But I think.
Did you see Vlad on Bankless?
I think about this all the time, dude. Is it like, fucking Eddie, I need you to get your goddamn Series 7. I'm like, well, if he doesn't have it right now, who do I give to? And Marsh is the first person comes to mind. He's like, I would give money. Marsh is another person, by the way. I'm not a team though.
Marshall also has a team. He has partners. Like
he always has the inside scoop too.
But overall he just has good insight. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the people that I'd be like, you can also have access to all of my accounts, my Twitter account, my bank account. Eddie's my emergency contact, but like if you needed access to I think Eddie has my seed. I could be wrong. I think I've delegated stuff to Eddie that, like, if I die, it goes to him. I've never looked at it again.
Unlock it.
Yeah. I gotta get you that mutant. You gotta tell me how to delegate that so that we can get you some free weed.
Yeah.
That's the next thing on the list. What else? 100%. Should we wait till next week to buy more? I don't have a huge portfolio.
What we need to do is probably like next week, maybe schedule a link with Marshall to be on too on a Thursday, so we could really get into some.
I'd love that.
Some more talks. He's for sure like knowledgeable in these very intricate parts of the market where it's like you're not even thinking about how this affects tariffs, or you're not even thinking how this affects rates. But
or if not, it'll be Wednesday.
Look at that. I offered to sponsor Eddie. That offer still stands.
Yeah, I'm gonna, once I do my SIE, I'm gonna need a sponsor to get to the next test, Series 6 and 7. So
all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta fucking wrap this motherfucker up. It's been a good show. We did some stuff. We bought. There's more to the portfolio when I go and I look. There's gonna be more there. So I'm so.
You might be wondering why we're not at our normal place, or you might not be because this is your first time watching. But yeah, this is on our normal base. We're just posted up at Brittany's mom's house right now because I
can't believe you guys took the Zoom over there. She must be like, "What are you guys doing? What did you bring?"
Markets are cooked. Crypto is cooked. Let's go try our hand in Vegas.
What? You guys are not. You guys are going to Vegas?
Yeah. Not to gamble. She be playing.
We'll see. We're going to Vegas.
No, we just talked about this. $1 is $88.
We're not
Laura, I
gambling.
clean up at the craps table. Let me tell you, I don't think I've ever left.
My sister's
them.
gonna be out there. It's my nephew's birthday, and you know, he likes to do like water activities and stuff. So it's a fan. It's
And
family.
it's April. It's my birthday month. We got,
Good
you know,
stuff.
more importantly than my birthday month, this is the month Eddie and I got engaged.
Oh,
it's
I
an
love
exciting
it.
Mhm.
Totally understand, bro. Keep taking care of what needs to be. Happy to hear your voice. Real talk happening in here. Real talk happening in here. Whereas we all need to worry about our futures. Absolutely, the world is changing. I'm about to become Dave Ramsey / fucking paranoid prepper. We're gonna fucking find out what happens next. In the meantime,
Paranoid prepper or prepared prepper?
hey.
Yeah.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, fucking catch us live, bro. And wait for Not NFT NYC. Details coming soon. We love you all. Have fun. Be safe. Do drugs. Peace. Bros, we got to talk about oh shit. Oops. I thought I ended the stream. Did I not end the fucking stream?
We're still live. Uh-oh.